Satoshi Nakamoto. Who is it? Well, there's a new HBO documentary that spent a lot of time and money trying to figure out exactly who Satoshi is. There have been thoughts from Elon Musk to Hal Finney, who is early on, but no one knows for sure who it is. But there's a new person that's being highlighted as probably the most likely person to be Satoshi Nakamoto. So I want to talk about that because there is some interesting information that I had never heard before. Now, why is this so important? Well, Satoshi, if you don't know, is the person that created Bitcoin, or the people that created Bitcoin, most likely person. The person that is credited with creating Bitcoin. Of course, there are a lot of people that helped early on, but everyone has been wondering who they are because there's this overhang. Like, what if some people that are maybe not as educated on the subject, or just are a little bit more pessimistic, or want to cause fear, say, well, what if Satoshi comes back and sells his 1 million Bitcoin that he mined? And, well, just when Germany was selling Bitcoin, you can see here we went from about 70,000 all the way down to 50,000 very quickly, and they sold about 50,000 Bitcoin. So a lot of people thinking if Satoshi came back and wanted to sell, he wanted to take some of his massive riches, we could fall down really fast. But while I don't really want people to know who Satoshi is, I think it's more impressive if it's always a question. We're not going to wrap up this today. We're not going to say definitively this is Satoshi. So I think we're okay exploring the subject a little bit. Now, if you want to trade crypto, I personally think we're going to have a very exciting next year. I think we're going to go up pretty significantly. As you can see here, we are hitting a slightly higher high, like we're breaking out a little bit. We do have some higher lows and higher highs as well. So if you want to trade crypto, there's a link to Margex underneath the video. I think if you want to be ready to put long positions in, or if you want to get ready for this next leg up, this is the time to do it. Like, get everything set up, because when the market moves, it moves very quickly and you'll miss out on a big return. So definitely check that out. If Bitcoin goes to 125,000, exactly, at the second, and you're on 20x, you would get a 20x return instead of a 2x return. So check out this link underneath the video. Make sure you know what you're doing. So as I said, HBO has created this new documentary, and Polymarket is taking bets on who they're going to name as Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, I'll be honest, I've watched a few things in the past about Satoshi Nakamoto, like different videos trying to figure out who it is. I find it interesting. I don't know if we'll ever fully know, but I do think it's kind of fun to explore, right? This is someone that's created a technology, a new way, a fair way of accounting for wealth and storing your wealth over time, right? He's created something that is worth $1 trillion. Who's the last person that created something worth $1 trillion that can grow this quickly, right? Honestly, I'm trying to think of what the last company is that hit $1 trillion that's newer than Bitcoin. I'm not sure there has been. I think NVIDIA has been around for a while. Facebook has been around for a while. So Bitcoin might be the newest asset to hit $1 trillion. And in my opinion, it's probably going to move up higher than maybe any company, or it'll be close to it'll be close to being valued more than NVIDIA or Microsoft this bull run. It'll be really close, I think. So it's quite impressive what he's done. And he also owns 5% of the supply. So right now his net worth is $60 billion. Tell me another person that you know of that's worth $60 billion and you don't know who it is, but you know that they're worth that much. It's kind of a weird thing. Now, the internet is betting that Len Sassaman is the one who holds $64 billion in Bitcoin. He might be Satoshi Nakamoto, the man who created Bitcoin. So there's this thread. I just want to give some highlights of it. Honestly, like I said, I hope we never really know who Satoshi is. I think it's better as a mystery, but I think it's fun to explore a little bit. So who is Len Sassaman? He was a renowned cryptographer and privacy advocate. He was involved with the cypherpunks in San Francisco. He also worked on privacy projects like Pretty Good Privacy Software and GNU Privacy Guard, and co-founded the SaaS startup. In 2011, he passed away by suicide at the age of 31. Back then, he was a doctoral student in electrical engineering at KU Leuven in Belgium. A memorial to him was encoded on the Bitcoin blockchain describing Sassaman as a friend, a kind soul, and a devious schemer. Recently, HBO created this documentary, Money Electric, The Bitcoin Mystery. Now, they have not actually published this yet, but they're giving teasers to it right now. There are some tenuous pieces of evidence supporting this theory, such as Sassaman's impressive academic record, his expertise in cryptography, and his linguistic analysis suggest similarities between his writing and Nakamoto's, and there's more. The most interesting piece of evidence is that Nakamoto went silent 2 months before Sassaman's death. But while some people are convinced it was him, there are those who think that he did not do it, that he did not create Bitcoin. For example, his wife. Here's what she wrote, and I won't read this, but she just basically says that that she doesn't think he was Nakamoto, and that his story can bring some attention to mental health. But also, if you are his wife, why would you want to be known, your husband to be known as Satoshi Nakamoto? Like, you probably just want to live life and not have people always coming at you thinking that you have a bunch of money, or that maybe he left you the keys or something like that. Another interesting detail is that his suicide note consisted of 24 random words, which obviously bears a strong resemblance to the 24-word seed phrase used in cryptocurrency wallets, and 64 billion of Satoshi's Bitcoin remains untouched. I think that to draw any final conclusions, we need to wait for HBO's documentary to premiere. And even if Sassaman wasn't Nakamoto, he still made significant contributions to cryptography and privacy. Write your guesses in the comments. Another thing, Len Sassaman leads the polls on Polymarket as the most likely to be Satoshi Nakamoto in the HBO documentary. Interesting. So some pieces of evidence, we'll have to see when the movie comes out or documentary comes out. Again, I don't really want to know who Satoshi is. I think it would be a much better story and much better for Bitcoin if we just never knew. But some things do line up on this, on Len being Satoshi. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Let me know who, like, the craziest conspiracy theory you think. I know a lot of people think that even like the US government is Satoshi Nakamoto. They created it, and then they'll rug pull it, or they just created it and they're holding 1 million Bitcoin to have some power, right? I'm curious your thoughts, though, down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next video. Again, you can check out Margex if you want to trade crypto.